Today is Monday, so that means another mock draft coming right up. And what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Gridiron Fantasy Football YouTube channel. Today is Monday, August 9th, 2021. And I'm Chip, I'm your host, and thank you so much for watching today. And today, since it's Monday, we're doing another mock draft. And today we're going to do a half PPR 12-team format. And today I'm going to be drafting from the 12th position. So I want to see what team I could come up with by drafting dead last. So with that being the case, let's jump right into the mock draft and see what team we come up with, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and begin the draft. And first overall, it's Christian McCaffrey. You got Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Kamara, Taylor, Barkley. You got Hill, Chubb, Elliott, Adams, Jones. So now it's my chance at the 112, and I'll be honest, I don't really like what's going on here. So what I'm gonna do, I got Austin Eckler is obviously gonna be my number one pick. Now it's my chance at the 2-1. So I got a couple options here. So I can go and grab another starting running back, knowing that these running backs will not be there on the way, on the turnaround. Or do I grab a Stephon Diggs or Travis Kelce? I can get one of the top tight ends, or I can grab myself one of the top wide receivers. For me personally, I'd rather have Stephon Diggs here. Running back wise, I could get Joe Mixon or Antonio Gibson, but I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs, kind of see how it plays out. And then obviously Kelce goes right after me at the 2-2. Then goes Hopkins, Metcalf, Mixon, Gibson, Ridley, A.J. Brown, George Kittle, Naeem Harris, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson. So that rounds out the second round. My guess is I'll have my chance at another wide receiver, or maybe a running back. Like, this is where I'm going to have to go after my gut feeling on breakouts this year. So I got 2 picks in a row. Now I could solidify my wide receiver position and gain someone like Allen Robinson or Julio Jones. Running back wise, I can get David Montgomery or Chris Carson. Really not really a big fan of having those two guys as my second running back. I feel like there's more value there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and double up on wide receiver and get Allen Robinson here. I mean, this is the nature of it. So now it's my turn at the 4-1. Now I can get myself, let's see, I'll be reaching for Myles Gaskin, but he won't be there on the turnaround. Not really a big fan of Julio Jones and Amari Cooper here. I just don't like David Montgomery as my second running back. I just don't feel comfortable with that. Man, this is tough. I could go wide receiver. I mean, if I don't like the running backs here, I can just go wide receiver. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get Julio Jones here. You know, not bad. Julio Jones being my third wide receiver. I mean, that's not a bad thing at all. I'm hoping some of my sleepers here at running back will be there on my turn at the 5-12. And my guess they will be, but unpredictable on these mock drafts. And they did. So I lucked out there. So I've been very big on Chase Edmonds and Mike Davis this year. So those are going to be my 2 picks. So I'm going to go Chase Edmonds and then Mike Davis. So I took a risk. It played out and it worked out for me, where now I feel confident. I got 3 really good running backs, 3 really good receivers, and now I feel like I can just grab depth with all my other picks. Try to find a tight end there at some point. Just because all the other tight ends that I would want are gone. There's still some decent options here, but I'm not willing to take a tight end right now. It's still a little bit early for that. But it's all about who's available. So I got 2 picks in a row. So I have my options of Noah Fant, Logan Thomas, Mike Gesicki. So, I don't think those guys will be available, obviously, on the turnaround. I risked, doing what I did earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that tight end now. I'm going to get Logan Thomas here. And then I'm going to grab maybe another wide receiver. I could grab a quarterback here. I could grab a Joe Burrow, Ryan Tannehill, and Matt Ryan, because the picks for quarterback is getting pretty slim here. So I do like Joe Burrow. He has a pretty tough strength of schedule. Like Ryan Tannehill, I think with Julio Jones having that stack, I think that leans me more of having a Ryan Tannehill on my team. So I'm gonna draft Ryan Tannehill here at the 8-1, and go from there. So my starting lineup, I think, is pretty decent. I mean, Ryan Tannehill, Austin Eckler, Chase Edmonds, Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Logan Thomas, Julio Jones, with Mike Davis on my bench. I mean, that's pretty solid. At the 12th position, I think that's pretty solid. All right. Now it's my turn again at the 9-12. Now I don't need another quarterback on my roster. Pretty much, I already have a tight end, so I won't be picking a defense until my very last pick. So I'm going to go and see what's at running back and at wide receiver. Let's see. Yeah, wide receiver is getting a little, or I'm sorry, running back is getting a little thin on players that I actually like. It's not really a guy that I would draft here, so I may go back-to-back wide receiver picks. So I like Laviska Shenault. So there's 2 guys I really like this year, Laviska Shenault and Mike Williams, and they're both there available to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab those 2 guys. So I'm going to grab Laviska Shenault here, and then Mike Williams. I'm going to turn out the 10-1. I mean, I like this team. That's not bad for a 12th pick in the draft. That's the breaks you get. Sometimes you get those breaks. Sometimes it happens where you risk drafting certain players, and then you hope those guys fall to you, and it just happened on my mock draft, and this is why you do it. You don't think it's going to happen all the time, but like, you practice and you see what players can go, and hopefully players you can wait on and hopefully get on your turn. But really liking what I got so far. All right, so now I got 4 picks left. Let's see. Running back wise, I mean, you got Madison. I mean, if you're a Dalvin Cook owner, I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, I think. I got J.D. McKissick. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab J.D. McKissick. I like him. He gets a lot of targets. He's more of a flex. He's like a James White type of player where he's going to be good for more pass-catching ability and then hurry-up offense, 2-minute offense. So J.D. McKissick will be there at my 11-12, and at the 12-1 is my turnaround. Let's see, wide receiver-wise, got Nelson Aguilar, Rashad Bateman, Mecole Hardman, Elijah Moore, T.Y. Hilton, Russell Gage. Let's see. Really not anybody I really want at running back. So wide receiver-wise, I'm gonna take a shot at Rashad Bateman. I think, they drafted him pretty high this year. With him being with, Sammy Watkins and Hollywood Brown, I think, he has a chance to do some. He may not do something right away, but he may have potential where if you grab him on your roster, if he blows up, then you don't have to worry about wasting your fab budget on him. So that's kind of how you have to think about these late picks. You have to really think about, okay, if I'm going to draft a guy with some upside, I'd rather get him on my roster now. And if he blows up on my roster, that's the best thing that can happen, because then you can either trade that player if your other team, the rest of your team is doing well, or you just now have a guy that you can plug and play and you didn't pay anything for. So let's see. It's my last pick before I pick a defense. Let's see. What's that running back? You got Rashad Penny. I have, Rashad Penny, he's always had potential, but he can never stay healthy. don't know if I want to pick him right here, but I just think that there's really not a lot of options when it comes to running back that I would rather have. I really don't want. I got so many wide receivers too. What the hell? I'll just draft Rashad Penny here. And then with my defense, I'll be a homer and I'll pick the Bucs defense here. You know, that is, I mean, I think the Bucs defense, the Washington defense, you know, the Steelers defense, Rams, I think they all are going to be good this year. So with picks like that, you just pretty much draft, you know, what you think is going to be the best defense, and then you're going to stream a lot of them anyways. But, you know, I think that when it comes to my draft and picking at the 12th position, I mean, I think the roster is pretty solid. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments. But, you know, Ryan Tannehill, Austin Eckler, Chase Edmonds, Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Logan Thomas, Julio Jones, Bucs defense. On my bench, I got Mike Davis, Laviska Shenault, Mike Williams, J.D. McKissick, Rashad Bateman, and Rashad Penny. I mean, that's not a bad roster. And let's look at some of these other rosters comparing to my roster. Look at the guy who got the number 1 overall pick, right? He got Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Mark Andrews, Myles Gaskin. He drafted Aaron Rodgers, Cortland Sutton, Michael Carter, Zach Moss, Devontae Parker, Trey Lance, Mecole Hardman, Saints defense. I mean, honestly, I think overall, if you look at my roster compared to Team 1 to Team 12, I think my roster is a lot better. I honestly think that that's the give and take on being the first pick to the 12th pick. You know, you get the best player in the draft, which is Christian McCaffrey. But honestly, like, Austin Eckler, I feel like can be a top 5 running back if he plays all 16 games based on his skill set and the offense he plays in. So, like, from a value standpoint, I think I got more value. So I think overall, my team is better than the team that got the first overall pick. So that's the nice thing about this. I mean, a lot of things happen my way. So, you know, I took a chance, got Julio Jones, and I had to wait and see if my 2 running backs I wanted that were sleepers of mine going to fall to me, and they both did. So I got Chase Edmonds and Mike Davis. So I mean, you know, that was a perfect scenario for me, risking a player and hoping for them to come back to me. So that's it for today. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the mock draft. Tomorrow I'll be dropping another episode on the Would You Rather series at the wide receiver position. So make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss that. And then next Monday I'll be back with another mock draft. So hope you guys have a good day. Take care. Continue to practice your mock drafts. See you then.